At Colorado Comes to Watch, we recognize second stage companies that are doing something incredibly difficult, and that is scaling a business. And this year we're also expanding that, as I mentioned earlier, to nonprofits in our Colorado Nonprofits to Know. The nonprofits are my people. All right. And across Colorado, these second stage companies and nonprofits represent a large percentage of total businesses and also a large percentage of share of job creation and economic growth. We have some statistics on that later. And these are companies and nonprofits that move from traction to scale, from opportunity to impact, and from local to national and beyond. So let's talk about our finalists. Tonight's finalists alone represent nearly $1 billion in projected revenue for this year. And that amounts to nearly 3,000 jobs across Colorado today. And what's even more exciting, they're anticipated and projected to add another 700 jobs this year by the end of the year. Revenues are growing at 25% year over year, jobs are growing at 35% year over year, and 58% are LLCs, 30% are S Corps, and 12% are C Corps, so quite a mix. But I would say what's really exciting here, the vast majority are profitable, and 40% are woman, minority, or veteran-owned enterprises here in Expo. We have companies that are headquartered in Denver, Arapahoe, Jefferson County, El Paso County, Adams County, Larimer County, and Boulder County, all up and down the Front Range. And then we've talked a lot about our companies. Our nonprofits to know represent nearly $100 million in revenue, with nearly 20% growth, and employ 500 individuals that are impacting our communities every day. And lastly, every single one of them is woman, minority, and veteran-led. Before we go any further, I want to take a moment to recognize the people and organizations who made this entire community possible. As you've seen, Colorado Companies to Watch doesn't happen on its own. We don't just all end up here and they let us in the door. There's been significant planning and excitement around this event. So rather than read the long list of those and checking the boxes, I just want to recognize people in the room. So if you're a Platinum Partner, would you stand up? Platinum Partners, I know who you are. I'm going to point to you. These are our highest contributors and partners here in the organization. Secondly, our Gold Partners. If you're a Gold Partner, please stand up. It's our next tier of contributing partners. And to all the other partners here, you're not just sponsoring an event, you're investing in companies that are building jobs, as you heard before, creating opportunity and strengthening our communities across the state. And then a big thank you to CSA Distributing and then Wine Shop at Home. I think you can understand what they've brought to the table today. So thank you again for the wonderful beverages for all of us. And then, of course, our wonderful, incredible host, Geotech. Jeff, are you here in the room? Jeff. Real quick, just want to have Jeff say a few more words, just given that you've been our gracious host, want to give you the podium one more time.
Hey, thank you. I guess just briefly a comment on, hosting events for the community like this, and really what we learned navigating through the Colorado Companies to Watch program in 2012 was we were committed to the overall community and business development and partnering and looking at other peers and companies we could work together with. And after that event in 2012, we really opened our doors up and we looked at there's co-working spaces, like there's several in Thrive and I think somewhere in the room, but there's co-working spaces for office workers, but not really for manufacturers. A lot of manufacturers, if you think about them, you've ever worked with a machinist, they don't really share tools well. So we've experimented around with, and we have a co-working environment with manufacturers or small startups that are trying to launch. But for a manufacturer, we have common areas, break rooms, restrooms, but really it's the loading dock, it's the forklift, it's the machine shop. So when we're able to share those resources together in a community, you can focus on developing your core technologies and programs. So in addition to the Geotech's core work, we've created an environment where we're a contract manufacturer and also a location for several startups that are working on launching their program. And I was really inspired today and reminded, like, look at all these startups. There's Transverse Medical, there's Reardon Logic, there's Polycontrol, Brazilian companies launching in the US. And we have all these companies here that are starting up. And now my goal is I gotta get one of them to be able to apply for this award. So thanks for the inspiration today. Where I gotta get someone nominated to be here. But if you need help, as I mentioned, and being part of the community, if you need help on product development, design, supply chain, you mentioned the nonprofits that are hosted here in Denver sister cities, as well as the World Trade Center Denver. And so if you need help with importing, exporting, manufacturing a product, or if we can't do it, we have this manufacturing community has a real tight network in Colorado. There's not a ton of us, so we all work well together. And if you need help getting something made, if we can't do it, we can help you find someone. So just throwing that out there as an offer to help and support the community. And just congrats for where you're at today, and good luck on being a finalist. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And then last but not least, want to thank our program management team, Melody, Veronica, Jennifer, Ashla, and Amber. Thank you for you all for all of your work behind the scenes, putting on the program, in the backbone of this organization. We're still not there. So one other thing we want to bring up, this year marks an exciting step forward for Colorado companies to watch. I think a lot of you have seen that we have partnered with TrueSpace. A lot of you have filled out the assessments as part of the finalist application. Raise your hand if you've done that. Yes, so you know what I'm talking about. So what's exciting, I think, about TrueSpace is, we hear over and over again from second stage leaders like yourself, we're growing, we feel like we're ready to scale, it's not happening, or it's happening, but just not as fast. What's next? This is exactly why we partnered with TrueSpace. What they do is not just another assessment that sits in the door, but they have a data-driven, research-backed way to help you understand your business to make sure that you, and not just you and your organization, but your team, your leadership team is set up to scale, and if you're aligned for that scale. What's working, where are the gaps, what needs to change to scale intentionally. So you've gotten a score, that's part of your benchmark, that's something that the judges in the room are also looking at as far as the finalists and those that will be winners. And so from that, you get the benchmark. It also gives you a path forward. It's a great insight, and the structure helps drive growth. I think what we'd like to make sure we say is that as part of being a winner, that this is offered, this assessment and this ongoing program is offered complimentary through Colorado companies to watch for the winners, because we want to set you up for success so that you can become the next best version of your organizations. So that's really exciting. All right. So you may be wondering, I've been talking about winners. Okay, who won? When is it going to be announced? Winners will be notified next week and then officially celebrated and announced at our Gala Awards on Friday, June 19th at Wings Over the Rockies. Our judges are in the room tonight, so they've been taking notes, meeting people. Our winners will receive 2 complimentary tickets, and then also will get additional tickets at reduced rates to be a part of the gala, and those go on sale May 6th. So next week, winners will be informed if they've won. All right, now we can begin. Let's turn our attention to the reason we're all here, our incredible finalists. And to wrap it up, these are companies building, scaling, pushing through challenges and creating what's next for our state in Colorado and beyond. And to help us recognize them, I'm excited to bring up leaders who are just committed to this growth and community, our platinum sponsors. So we have Kristen Olson, who is a business consultant with Venture. We have Vincent Mattiello, who's a vice president, and Jose Rao, who's a vice president as well at JP Morgan Chase. Can you please welcome them to hear the announcements? We'd also like to add, the way that this format will work is we will be announcing in chunks of 4 or 5, and after each chunk, then you can applaud. Otherwise, we're going to be here way past till William and Jeff will let us speak. So we'll do it in chunks. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. So we've got a total of 14 groups to kind of prep you for we'll go through them pretty quickly, but as Mike said, we'll wait until the all individuals within a given group are announced to hold our applause until that point. For group one, we're going to go through a list of this alphabetically. This is just such a broad range and diversity among all of the finalists here. Just kind of the best way to organize these. For group number one that I'll be announcing, happy to announce 3 Rocks Engineering and Surveying, Civil Engineering, 5280 Veterinary Care, Mobile Veterinary Services. Actuate is an AI threat detection technology company. Angel Armor, Advanced Body Armor Solutions, and Around the Clock, Facility Maintenance Services. If any representatives from those individual companies are here today, if you could please stand and be recognized.
All right, for our second group here, Association Online, an HOA management services company. Beyond Blue Media, digital marketing agency. Birdie Ball, golf training products. I wonder if that would help me. I have yet to hit ball. Bjorn Publications, speech therapy publishing, and Blue Bear Waste Services, waste and recycling solutions. Let's give them all around. Okay, please stand.
All right, we got Group 3, Roundup Productions Incorporated, live event production. C3 Interiors LLC, commercial interior design. Caribou Thunder, Defense Engineering Services. CFOX, fractional CFO services. Civil Innovations LLC, civil engineering firm. If you please stand, be recognized.
All right, Conference Source, venue sourcing services. CPCD, giving children a head start, early childhood education. Crave Technical staffing and recruiting. Cross Purpose, career and community development. And Desert Glassworks, the Colorado Quartz Company, glass and quartz fabrication. Please stand and be recognized.
Source Marketplace Platform, and Hawker Consulting LLC, IT consulting services. Would you please stand to be recognized?
All right, this next one is taking me back to my teaching days and getting the list of students the first time and not really have a clue how to pronounce their name. Hire You Baby Pro Drone Services. So, tell me how you pronounce it. All right. Hire You Pro. Awesome. Home Care RN Inc. and Home Health Care Services. Night Counseling Colorado Mental Health Services. Icon Construction Colorado Construction Services, and IOMI Healthcare Data Technology. And I know how to say that one because I met them earlier.
All right, we're a little over halfway home, guys. Group number 9 now. Gelada Social Services Software, Law Mother LLC, Family Legal Services, Life Stories Child and Family Advocacy, Child Advocacy Services, Long Path Technologies Inc., Methane Detection Technology, and Mesa Quantum Technology Solutions. That's group 9. If you would please stand, we'd like to recognize.
All right, next up, we have Minds and Associates, Employee Assistance Programs. MSSM, marketing strategy firm. Nana's Dim Sum and Dumplings, restaurant concept. National Car Charging, EV charging infrastructure. And next up, Energy Solutions, energy consulting.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Group 11, Nova Marketing, is a marketing agency. OneCred, credentializing technology. Optimum Stainless Inc., DBA, Optimum Filtration Systems. OTM, Marketing and Media Services. Peer Source Oncology, which is healthcare staffing. Would you please stand for recognition?
All right, next, excuse me. Next we have Project Helping, volunteerism and mental health organization. Renegade Plastics, sustainable materials manufacturing. Rebel Marketing Partners, marketing agency. Rocky Mountain Spice Company, food manufacturing. And Roof Evolution, a roofing contractor. Please stand.
All right, group 13, second to last here. Sovereign Plastics, plastics manufacturing. Sterling Communications Technologies Inc., low voltage systems. Stone Strategy and Design, branding and design agency. TDA Research, advanced R&D. And Terra Slate Inc., waterproof printing materials. Group 13, please stand. I'd like to recognize.
All right, last but certainly not least, the 14th group, starting with the chocolate therapist, specialty chocolatier, sign me up. The Weather Changers, heating and air conditioning, HVAC services. Three Creeks, custom cabinets, cabinetry manufacturing. Three Crowns Electric, electrical contractor. Traverse Builders, our construction services. VL Builders, another construction firm, and Welsh Electric, electrical contractor. Please stand and be recognized.
We got two more for Group 15. It's going to be V1 Consulting, which is business consulting, and Vita Benefits, employee benefits brokerage. Could you please stand to be recognized? Yeah. And Welsh Electric. Sorry about that, I apologize. Please stand to be recognized. I would like everyone to just stand and just a round of applause for being here, being part of the community, being engaged. All finalists, yes. Can everyone please stand?
Thank you all again. Really appreciate your time here today. Really am honored, all of us, to be a part of this and share this moment with you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Congrats again, and we'll see you at the gala.